guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited.
And a big thanks to Brandon Hyundai for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Kona has been Hyundai's subcompact SUV since 2018. The second generation Kona that you see here was released last year for 2024, and for 2025, Hyundai adds an N-Line S trim level, sitting about $2,500 below last year's N-Line, which is still available this year for 2025, but the S version gives us the upgraded 1.6-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, just without the audio system upgrade or the moonroof. There are 6 trims available for the 2025 Kona. The lower 3 get Hyundai's 2-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder, which will get the Kona to 60 in the low to mid 9-second range. Definitely not performance-based. But the top 3 trim levels get Hyundai's 1.6-liter turbo four-cylinder, which is no longer mated to a dual-clutch transmission either, so should be a little bit better when it comes to reliability, and still enough to get the Kona to 60 in the low to mid 7-second range. We range from the $24,000 base SE up to the $32,000 Limited that we have here. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice this beautiful Mystic Green metallic paint color, which looks really aggressive. I'm not sure if that's the exact name of the paint color. I'll leave a link right over here, but it's a great looker. We got the LED daytime running light up front, which reminds me a little bit of the new Sonata. Very bold and modern look with the LED projectors in the lower corner, LED turn signals as well, full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera, helping us out with the 360 that we get here on this fully loaded Kona Limited. We get the radiator and intercooler up front, like the contrasted trim pieces with the bronze in the corner. The wheel and tire setup, we get these black and silver contrasted funky design 19-inch rims. Hyundai has been doing a really cool design style with their wheels over the last 4 or 5 years, and this is definitely no exception. Wrapped in Come Home Majesty all-season tires. Dimensions are 235/45 R19. So we'll see how the 235 square setup puts the power to the ground with the all-wheel drive system. I don't think we'll have any issues. We get body color mirrors too with an LED turn signal on it, additional camera to help us out with the 360. Pretty decent amount of plastic cladding, which, love it or hate it, it will protect your vehicle against rock chips if you take it off-road. Not that this is an off-road based SUV, but it is capable with the all-wheel drive system, plastic cladding, and roof rails up top. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger, black trim for the top part of the window trim, blacked out pillars with an aluminum trim running all throughout the lower portion, leading flushly to the top of the spoiler. We have the black roof racks too, moonroof, hopefully you can pick it up on camera. We'll take a quick look at the window sticker, see what we get on this 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited all-wheel drive with a base price of $33,400 with all-wheel drive. You can pause, take a look at all the standard features. Mirage Green, not Mystic Green, if that's what I called it. Anyway, after about $600 in total options, $1,395 for the destination, we're looking at a total price of $35,559. 26 combined MPGs, not amazing, but still solid considering the all-wheel drive, powerful SUV that we have here. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you the latch is. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. The plastic cladding continues, and the bumper not overkilled with the plastic cladding. We get LED brake lights. Turn signals are halogen. Reverse lights are also LED. Shout out Brandon Hyundai in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. We get the LED light strip for the trunk connected towards the rear fender areas. H-Track 1.6 turbo in the lower right corner, symbolizing the all-wheel drive and the power plant. We get the Hyundai badge in the center with the Kona right underneath it. We get the smart release hatch too. I'm not too smart, so I've never been able to actually figure that feature out, but with the key in your pocket, you don't have to press any buttons to open up this trunk. Unfortunately, the rear wiper is not housed underneath the spoiler. Hyundai has been doing that with a lot of their SUVs, just not with this one. Anyway, we can take a squat back here. We get full rear parking sensing, our exhaust tip in the lower right corner. And speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 1.6-liter turbocharged four-cylinder and hear how she sounds. All Alright guys, that was the sound of the 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder sold by Hyundai for the 2025 Kona Limited. And it sounds okay, cranking out a very solid amount of power at 190 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque, made it to a conventional 8-speed automatic transmission now. You can expect 0 to 60 in the low to mid 7-second range. I believe Car and Driver tested it at 7.5, and for around a 3,450 pound all-wheel drive SUV, that's a very respectable acceleration time. But hydraulic struts are also really appreciated. Not to burn my hand in this super hot day in Tampa, Florida. We can shut the hood right down. I just about burned myself just by touching that hood for about half a second there. So really hot. Hydraulic struts, big thumbs up. But taking a step inside, we can see what we get with a fully loaded 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited. Up top, still hard plastic, but we get gushy soft materials just about everywhere else. Padded armrest, auto one touch up front, 4-way adjustable mirrors, aluminum door handle, and we get the Bose premium audio system. You'll fit a foot long with a big gulp in front of it. No step-in plate, but the seats are really comfortable. Perforated leather, heated and ventilated, fully adjustable. You get lumbar control, recline, drop, lift, and slide. Gas cap release. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So first thing we notice, outside of the hard plastic for the door panels and relatively harder trim for the dashboard, this is a really premium and loaded interior. The steering wheel is thick, solid 10 and 2, 9 and 3 feels really good with some notches down below for an additional area to rest your hand. We'll turn the air vents down by one so it's not screaming at you guys. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We do not get dual panes, and it's not the thickest pane of glass, so we'll see how the wind noise is when we take it out on the road. Blind spot monitoring on the glass we didn't mention. Radar cruise control, lane keep assist on the left side. We get our infotainment adjustments up top as well. On the right side, we get our volume and skip. Hang up to answer your phone calls, favorites, voice commands, AM, FM, Sirius. The adjustments for this infotainment, right now we're looking at current trip, no route set for the compass, advanced safety features, and right back to where we started. My personal favorite screen would be the advanced safety features screen. The stocks have a very satisfying click, and as you guys see, we get the blind spot cameras here. Convenient feature, auto headlamps, auto high beams, but no auto rain sensing wipers. For top limited trim, the auto rain sensing wipers would be nice. Tilt and telescoping steering column, hill descent control, traction control you can disable. Brightness you can adjust with some aluminum trim running all throughout the center of the dash. Electronic parking brake, trunk release, fuse box, hood latch release. Hopefully you get a good look at the pedals, additional speaker system, and as you mentioned, hard plastic for the dashboard. Large center speaker for the Bose audio system with tweeters in the corner. We get the dual 12.3-inch screens, basically a staple now in Hyundai's lineup. The touchscreen has excellent response. It was already an excellent screen with the previous generation, but they have seriously improved upon the response and resolution. This is with the plastic screen still on. Huge upgrade. The home screen, you can see the navigation, song that's currently playing, phone, voice memo, weather, valet, Hyundai Pay, and setup. You can see diagnostics, maintenance, HD radio, notifications, and the manual. My personal favorite screen would be the map, so we'll leave it there. 2 air vents beneath it. Shortcuts, so you don't have to go through the touchscreen for the home, map, search, media, hazards, seek track favorites, setup, and the tune dial with volume on the left side. I like how Hyundai's not doing the climate exclusively through that touch sensitive dial to alternate between the media like you do see with some of their models and in Kia's lineup as well. We get auto climate control, of course, dual zone, heated and ventilated seats, but that's down below. You get 2 charge ports. You can push this to open up your 12-volt. You can alternate between the location of the charge ports, wireless charger. We mentioned the heated and ventilated seats, auto hold for the electronic parking brake, heated steering wheel, drive mode select. Our drive modes include sport mode, snow mode, and normal. We'll start off in normal, try out sport, and just see what the differences are. You can access your camera at all times with the click of a button. This is your forward facing. Press it one more time and return right back to the previous screen, and heated and ventilated seats for the passenger. And also the gear selector, if we didn't mention, right over here in the corner to access reverse, you simply pull it back. You get guidance lines and trajectory with an over-the-top 360-degree camera too. Different views. You can see an over-the-top trailer hitch view, blind spot view so you don't scuff up the wheels, and a wide view if you don't want to see your 360. I personally prefer the 360. You can isolate the 360 with a very high resolution over-the-top view with excellent overall response and guidance lines with trajectory as well. You can throw it right back into park and it'll return right back to the home screen. When you press this parking camera button, you can adjust it for the front as well. And over the top guidance line view is perfect for car washes, blind spot view so you don't have to worry about scuffing up the front wheels, and a widescreen view so you can see everything. You press that camera one more time and you can turn off the parking sensors behind it. The cup holders, you'll fit 24-ounce bottles and you can hide them away if you'd like some more storage, and there is a lot of storage here. You just push and they open right back up. More storage behind it, perfect for a phone, wallet, and a bunch of car accessories, and that's also your console. Unfortunately, it doesn't fully close, but you'll still stack probably 3 or 4 1-liter bottles of soda in there with some business cards and coins in that top slot. The glove box, we get some storage up top. That's good for like bags of food. If you're on the road trip, you can open up the actual glove box. Decently spacious. You'll fit 20 license plates, easily fit a pair of shoes. Just about a frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage HomeLink settings on it. The interior lights are LED. Cool. We can open up this moonroof. You gotta press and hold for a second for it to automatically open. And the glass immediately follows the shade. We'll see how far it goes out. See if it goes out any further. All right, so that's as far as it goes. Unfortunately, the roof racks kind of get in the way. Scared me for a second because it clicked. I got worried that the moonroof broke, but it looks like it's a factory. I wouldn't call it a defect, but something that you should be aware of if you're going to open up your moonroof with the roof racks. But it's a large opening all the way out to the second row. We can poke our way out of here. Beautiful day today in Tampa, Florida, sunny and 94 degrees. It is a hot one today. We can close the roof right up. Everything looks perfectly fine. We'll leave the shade open though, so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat of this 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So up top, we had hard plastic up front, so it's to be expected that it continues out back. But we get that soft material for the armrest, power window, aluminum door handle, additional Bose speaker, and you'll fit a 24 to 32 ounce bottle with no problem. The rear seats are still perforated. They're not the most bolstered, but to be expected for a back seat. Looks like very solid legroom. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and because of the way these seats are shaped, I still have about 5-6 inches of knee room. That is impressive for a subcompact SUV. Mat pocket or cargo net behind the passenger seat, 2 air vents. That's also appreciated for the subcompact segment. 2 USB-C ports. Center cubby gets a rope. With 2 cup holders, you'll fit 16, maybe 24 ounce bottles. The rear seats also recline. You can recline them fully like they currently are, and I have about 4 inches of headroom in the upright position. I still have about 2-3 inches of headroom, so very spacious overall. We get a hook for the driver's side grab handle, no hook for the passenger side, but that's about it for the back seat, at least. LED interior light for the second row. Let's hop out in the cargo space, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2025 Kona Limited out for a drive. The tag would have fallen if I didn't grab onto it. But as you see, for a subcompact SUV, this thing is competitive cargo space-wise to a lot of vehicles in the compact segment. It is spacious. I'll leave a link right here, show you exactly how much space is back here with the second row up and with the second row down. Seats fall down 60-40 split. You fold them down since the wheel wells really don't protrude. I'd expect you to fit a 75-80 inch TV back here. That's unreal for a subcompact SUV. Subwoofer in the corner, secret storage. Let's check it out. Just about your spare tire. You get a little bit of storage outside of it, but mostly just for the spare. And a 60 kilogram, 130 pound max for the cargo capacity. So be careful when it comes to road trips and suitcases. We can shut this trunk right down. My phone just overheated, perfect timing. But that's about it for the inside and outside for this all new 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited with this beautiful Mirage Green metallic paint color. This thing pops. Sub $35,000 for the base price. I don't think you're gonna find a quicker and more loaded SUV with all-wheel drive in the segment. It's a good looker. The interior is comfortable, spacious, and the heated and ventilated seats just about sell this vehicle to me just by itself. 360-degree camera, front and rear parking sensing, Bose premium audio. It's got it all, and the 1.6-liter turbo upgraded engine. And speaking of the upgraded engine, now with the 8-speed conventional automatic transmission, let's take this 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, throttle's not super sensitive, but it responds fine. The steering feels really good. Hyundai, Kia, they've been doing a great job with their steering feel and their steering wheel shape. I mean, look at this thing. It looks so sporty. Look at that response. We're just in normal mode. Steering's responsive. Let's see how playful this chassis is. Limited amounts of body roll over the bump. It rides over it very, very smoothly. I'm impressed. We can try it out in sport, throw it around this private parking lot for a couple quick seconds. Throttle's pretty numb whether you're in sport or normal. Maybe it's not the throttle, I think it's the turbo lag. Noticeable amounts of turbo lag. I think the dual clutch, you felt a little bit less, but about half throttle. Once the transmission downshifts, boost, and it feels very, very strong. You just gotta wait a little bit for the boost to kick in. Brakes feel good. Try these paddles out, first gear. Good response off the line. Ooh. Yeah, this thing can rip a little bit. Pulls hard once the transmission's already in gear. Brakes feel good, throwing it in pretty quick. And on the gas. It pulls hard. Once that boost kicks in, this thing definitely pulls hard. The brakes feel very good. You can see your blind spot cameras over the speed bumps. Rides very nicely. It doesn't feel like a subcompact SUV. Like, for reference, subcompact SUV is the class of the Kia Soul. This does not feel nearly as small and bumpy and stuff as the Soul. It doesn't feel as big and as refined as like larger vehicles like the Santa Fe or even the Tucson from Hyundai's lineup. But for what it is, another speed bump, it feels surprisingly good. Sport mode gives you a little bit extra induction note too. I don't know if it's real, but you do hear it. Steering gets a little bit on the heavier side. We can try one out off the line. We're not going to brake torque it or anything, but off the line, on the gas, boost. It feels very, very strong. It's just once the boost kicks in. If they did something about that turbo lag, I wouldn't be surprised if you can get 0 to 60 in the 6s, because it does feel very powerful and it feels really refined over the bumps. You can take it out of sport mode, normal mode, throwing it in a little bit quicker, a little bit of body roll, but it feels very planted, playful, and responsive through the steering. Taking our step out here, normal mode, blind spot cameras are pretty cool. I definitely prefer this transmission with partial throttle compared to the dual clutch. Not even in the slightest bit clunky. Only for flat out performance would I ever even consider the dual clutch. But one more time, speaking of flat out performance in the gas. Woo, you look down and you are moving. And at highway speeds, really quiet. I was worried about wind noise with these very skinny single pane windows, but you really don't hear just about any of it. Keeping up with speed takes very minimal throttle, and the blind spot cameras for lane switches very convenient. We'll try out one real world turning radius, open her up one more time at about half throttle, but overall, if you're looking for the most loaded, it's a red light, buddy, but I guess do what you gotta do. If you're looking for the most loaded while still solidly performing subcompact or compact SUV considering the size, I think this is the best you're gonna get. Normal mode, this is half throttle. Once the boost kicks in, there we go. It's solid. Again, you're looking for the most loaded, solid performing subcompact, compact SUV, I would 1000% recommend checking out this 2025 Hyundai Kona Limited. If you're okay with a little bit less options and features, check out the N-Line. It looks cooler too for the N-Line in my opinion, but with this beautiful green metallic paint color, it is a great looker. And with the extra options and features for just an extra couple $1,000, I do think the Limited is worth it. And a big thanks to Brandon Hyundai in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you. and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you'd like to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.